guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. I am a wife and a mom to a 14-month-old, and I'm here to just share my life with you, motherhood, just really all the things. Whatever comes to my mind, I will post here and share it with you. I'm kind of just starting my journey here, and I really hope you stick around so you can get to know me and I can get to know you, and we can just go through life together. So if you could subscribe, like this video, and comment below and let me know if you are a mama, where you're watching from, and just a little bit about yourself. All right, mamas, this video is for you. I had kind of a rough experience with the delivery, and my postpartum journey was honestly shocking to me. I did not expect to struggle that much, but I did. And it's okay because I learned so much from that experience. And so I am here to give you 3 pieces of advice that are going to help you transition into motherhood once you have had that baby, to help you to recover and just have a smooth experience. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope this helps you in your journey. All right, tip number 1, and I want you to listen up. This is all about you right now, mama. You just had a baby. You grew human life, and you just endured, whether it was a vaginal birth or you had a C-section, you are now in recovery mode. This is a big deal and a big time in your life. So number 1, ask for help. Ask for help. Please ask for help. This is something that I struggled with. I was so shocked that I struggled so much with my postpartum journey. A lot of it came from my experience in the hospital and the lack of help that I had with breastfeeding. But once I got home, I was just paralyzed with these feelings of guilt and shame over my experience. The people closest to me really couldn't get in. I didn't allow them to help me. I would get frustrated. I would basically go mute and not know how to use my words. And it wasn't until my mom really pushed for me to go see a lactation consultant that I really opened up to the need for help. I think after a few days of struggling with breastfeeding, I was bottle feeding, I was using formula, I was pumping. The middle of the night was so hard for me. I finally said, okay, I'll go to the lactation consultant. And that changed everything for me. After that one visit with a lactation consultant, my son latched. I've been breastfeeding for 14 months now, you guys. So when it comes to accepting help or asking for help, you need to do it. Whether it's a lactation consultant, whether it's just having your mom or a friend or your husband step in so that you can take a shower, take a nap, whatever it may be, please, and I'm asking you and begging you, please ask for help. Tip number 2, also know when to say no. When you bring home a baby, especially when it's your first child, a lot of people are excited for you. They want to see that baby. They want to support you, provide meals, do whatever they can to help you in this new journey. But that may be overwhelming. With me, I was struggling with postpartum depression, and I didn't want really anybody around. You know, my mom would come, and that was because she was right down the street. So she was able to come for help and just to be there to support me when my husband couldn't. But people wanting to come and visit my son, it was overwhelming, and I felt guilty saying no to people. But I had to remind myself that I was recovering from a C-section, a big surgery. I was still trying to learn breastfeeding. I was just overwhelmed, and I wasn't in the right headspace for all of this company. And so I learned to say no. And although I kind of felt guilty and I had to have my mom and my husband tell me it was okay, especially with certain family members, I just felt guilty with, extended family wanting to come see my son, but I had to say no, it's not the right time. I promise you, I will let you know when it's the right time. There were also people bringing us meals, and some people wanted to come in, and I had to tell them no, please leave it on the doorstep and I'll come get it. During that time where you have just come home, if somebody wants to come hold your baby because they think that might be helpful so you can shower and all those things, they mean well and it's appreciated. But if that's not what you want, if whatever somebody is offering is not what you need and it just doesn't feel right, or you just need time, just know when to say no. It's okay. People understand that you are recovering. You don't need to feel guilty. Right now, this time is about you and that baby getting used to being a mom. I mean, you just brought home human life, and now your life is changed in so many ways. So know when to say no. I think with tip number 1 and tip number 2, the biggest thing to remember is to advocate for yourself and your family in this time. Let's get into tip number 3, and this is a big one. I want you guys to remember this because this is something that I struggled with probably my son's entire life so far, and I've had to remind myself constantly to take a step back and to trust my mama gut. So tip number 3, do not get wrapped up in online information, opinions, or pressure to do things a certain way. I don't know how many times I've Googled or looked at a YouTube account or heard about what other mamas are doing with their babies and felt this pressure to do things a certain way. You know, I breastfed, so my son would wake up in the middle of the night, and there are people that would talk about their baby sleeping all the way through the night. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? He should be sleeping through the whole entire night. There are certain periods in their life where they're going to wake up in the middle of the night because they are teething, they are having nightmares, they're going through all types of different developmental milestones. So don't feel bad when your baby is not like the next baby. There's a lot of information out there. There's people that think you should sleep train, people that think you shouldn't sleep train, people that think bottle feeding is best, breastfeeding is best, all these different things. There's just a bunch of opinions. Trust your mama gut and do what feels best for your family. Now, there may come a time that you might need to listen to certain information because it's going to be helpful. There may be a time where you want to ask somebody for advice, but don't ever let the outside opinions or the information online make you feel bad for the way that you decide to parent or help your baby grow. Just remember, you are that baby's mama. You are their everything. You are created to take care of them. You're capable. So don't let the outside world get to you. I know with social media and the internet, everything is in your face. You look at how people do things. You have all these accounts about how to sleep train your baby. You just have a lot of information in your face. That's probably the best thing that I ever did, was to stop paying attention to the outside information and just doing what felt best. All right, you guys, those were my 3 tips for when you have that sweet baby and you bring them home. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm hoping to do more videos about my motherhood journey. There was a lot I didn't know, and I honestly didn't do a lot of research. So when I went into my experience, I was a little shocked at some of the things that went down. In my future pregnancies, I'm definitely going to do a lot different. There's some products I want to share with you guys that I loved with my first pregnancy. There's just so many things that I want to share on here. And you know, with being a mama, sometimes it's hard to sit down and gather all your thoughts and get it out clearly. So I'm hoping to have more videos in the future, but I hope you guys stick around. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this with your mama friends, and just comment and come to my Instagram page. I recently changed the handle, so it is now the Sievert family, and I want to connect with you. Message me, let's chat, let's get to know each other, and just share our lives together. All right, you guys, I will see you in my next video.